I found that creativity, for lack of a better term, I hate to use like creativity and process and things like that for things that I do, because I just do what I do and I don't really try to subscribe to any philosophical thought process. It's just getting the thing done. But it does happen in cycles. I notice that there are times where I'm just racking up ideas and I have a bunch of things that I need to shoot and a bunch of things that are going to be that need to be done, and I have a list of things that I need to edit and things like that, and it always feels like you're getting something accomplished, so it's a good thing. But I think there's a point where it does slow down and it ebbs and flows. I mean, I think that's what it boils down to. It does. Some days, there are days where it's really where I don't have anything going on and I can't think of a good thing to do, and I feel like, oh no, did I hit the wall finally? But I notice that those pass. And sometimes it's like as many as like 3 or 4 days, but a lot of times it's just a day or two where nothing's happening. And I think those are just days where my brain is telling me to pump the brakes, and that way I've just figured out just to not fret about it, which is good. Something that YouTube has taught me a little bit is to not fret about stuff like this, and to just keep doing what I'm doing and not worry about it, and it'll come back, it'll happen. And maybe it's a good thing to not be on all the time. I mean, my brain doesn't work like that. I do need my downtime. I need time away from everything to just reboot, recoup, or whatever you want to call it. So it's like fishing. Everything goes back to fishing analogies for me. Some days the fish are around, some days you can't. You can't make a mistake and the fish are just there ready to bite. And some days you just can't do anything right and the fish you couldn't buy a fish. I've had plenty of those days. And that's the same thing with creativity. Some days I just have 12 videos ready to go. I have all of these things I need to work on. I have all of these things I need to edit. The pictures that I have good pictures that day or whatever. And some days it's just nothing works right, nothing's right or anything. And that doesn't mean that everything's gonna end and the world's over. It just means it's just a way of saying, okay, let's take a step back, look at what you're doing. Maybe not even look at what you're doing, just take a step back, walk away and do something else. Enjoy your life in another way. And when it's time to come back, I come back to it. It sounds really hippy-dippy when I say it out loud, but I mean, that's true. When it's time to come back, when it's time for everything, when it's time for it to move to the next thing, it just happens that way. I don't have a better way to describe it. Maybe there's a scientific way of describing it, but as of right now, I think that's just the way I'm gonna have to say it.